Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show,
my God,
likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
none are better than this one, the best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick
he is.
Mahomes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Kamen Entchev here with Rip Camelucci, ready for an awesome noon show. So much good stuff in the break room. You guys had a killer 9 a.m. show. With that said, I would say not much has changed, especially in that Cover Boy series. We still have 12 boxes left. We still have 3 insane speed flexes, Drew Brees, the Ray Lewis Chrome, the Saquon Barkley Chrome, and then, of course, in the Diamonds, yeah, we did pull the Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
But the Jettis Purple Chrome Flex is still left. The Bijan Robinson Flex is left. So much good stuff in the Diamonds. So much good stuff in the Cover Boy. We have the jerseys are full of headliners. The practice squad has a 5 in 10 chance at a headliner. The Can't Miss jersey and mini has a 2 in 4 chance at a headliner. So much good stuff across the break page. I cannot wait to get started. We got the Winter Man here in the summer. Your Florida Panthers, Stanley Cup champs. Rip, I'm getting jealous. It feels like every major sporting event. Florida Gators, Florida Panthers. You keep on winning, buddy. Congratulations.
Vamos, gatos. It's a party at Flanagan's tonight. Let me tell you right now, put those fences up around the Sawgrass Mills Mall and don't tear down the La Carreta on Calle, please.
Look
Tanya,
at that man.
What's happening?
What's up, Tanya? What's up? She says, hey, guys. Well, here's what's up, Tanya. We got some Chargers for you. Go
Boy,
Chargers. LaDainian Tomlinson authentic in the Diamonds, Tanya.
Crispy.
LaDainian Tomlinson rep in the vault. We are surrounded by superchargers here for you, Tanya. That's what's up. So, yes, I can tell you real quick about the referral thing, Tanya. Then we'll get into a rundown and all that. Customers first. I want to make sure you're very clear about the referral thing because this is an extremely common mistake customers make when they get this referral. Pay attention, listen closely, Tanya. So here's how the referral program works. It's laid out simply, but people butcher this all the time. You give a $50 gift card to a friend for their first order as long as it's $100 or more. So they must order $100 the very first order. So basically they're spending $50 of their own money, $50 of your gift card, then you get a $30 gift card in return from us. So if your friend uses that $50 gift card, places one order for $50, and then later in the day uses another $50, you are not getting the code, Tanya. Make sure you only get this referral code if they spend $100 or more in their very first order. They could spend $1 million in our break room. People have done it, Rip, believe me. But if they don't spend $100 on that first order, you're getting nada, zero, zilch. So make sure that if you give this referral to your friend, they know they're going to spend $50 of their own right off the bat. Otherwise, you get nada. So got to be $100 or more at once. Yes, the very first order must be $100 or more. So 50 of yours, 50 of their own, and we give you $30 back in a gift card. You can only use this, different mailing and IP address. So you can't refer yourself. I know Tanya wouldn't do this, but just want to clarify, we've had multiple people in the past trying to refer themselves.
It's impossible.
This is why we made the same IP address. So obviously you can't refer your kid or your husband if you use the same computer. So it's got to be someone that's using a different computer, not in your household. Unless you guys both have, 2 different computers, you live in a different apartment next door or something. But this is designed for friends that are not living in your household. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense. We'll get the show started with our randomizer and dice roll. 2 virtual dice looking for 6 or higher. How about a 9, Rip?
9!
9 on the dice roll. The Shane Matthews number. We got ourselves the chase wheel spin. Let's see what we're going to be chasing here today. A lot of good options here. A lot of good options. I think a roommate may not work, Tanya. I would email customer service on that and give them a heads up, and we could see if we could do something about you. I know it does say the same mailing and IP address. So if you have the same mailing address, it may not work, but I would contact customer service on that before you try and just get denied. It does say mailing and an IP address, technically, Rip. So a roommate may not work, but if you have prior authorization through customer service, they might be able to help you out.
And they were roommates.
Yeah, roommates. Jerseys. Jerseys is the chase, which we'll do one of those. Brand new series in the jerseys. So no personals, looks like. We did a few personals earlier today. We'll get started with the top to bottom rundown. IP changes with cell phone, says Ty Percival. Okay. All right. So that may be
wrinkle.
That might be a wrinkle. Again, be careful if you're doing it to yourself multiple times. We will catch on. That does happen, Rip. But that could be a cell phone thing with the roommate. It does say mailing address too, though. So again, I'd go to customer service on that. I can't give you a 100% answer. I just know I read what it says in the Sig Club program, Rip. I read what it says. I'm like, what's his name in
Ron Burgundy?
Anchorman? Ron Burgundy. Good morning, San Diego. So, yep, send an email and get it figured out, Tanya. See what they can do for you. Diamond helmets. We got 20 boxes left. 9 headliners, Rip. 6 of these are photoed headliners. 2 of these are speed flexes. We have one of the crown jewels in the break room. This Justin Jefferson purple speed flex with the yellow visor, the yellow face mask. One word for this helmet. Perfect.
Skull. Oh, perfect.
Skull. I was going to say, I don't use the word perfect often.
It's so clean, though.
But this is perfect.
It's so incredibly clean.
Thanks for taking the time, Kamen. You're welcome, Tanya. We always make time for our wonderful customers. We are here for you guys. You guys make this break room go. So this is the best receiver in the league, in my opinion. I've got him finishing second all-time in receiving yards behind Randy Moss. Or actually, ahead of Randy Moss and behind only Jerry Rice.
Wow.
If he finishes second all-time in receiving yards, talk about autograph value. This might surprise a lot of people. And I always want to make sure people are aware of this, Rip. My fiance works with young kids.
Yes.
She asked him about sports. The first football player they list, Justin Jefferson or Tyreek Hill. Not Patrick Mahomes, not Joe Burrow. There's a couple nephews, her cousins, kids. They're soccer fans, actually. They're Messi fans like me. I asked them about football. They did not know anybody but Justin Jefferson because they were the gritty at home. This is the most popular guy among the kids, guys. In 15, 20 years, the collectors will want Justin Jefferson. I always say these Chrome Speed Flexes are worth around $1,500 or more sometimes. Could be a little less. In 10 and 15 years, this will be worth over $2,000, and the whole next generation will want Justin Jefferson. So that is a beautiful, beautiful Speed Flex. Come and get that, Jay Jettas. We still have a Brian Urlacher in here. You get the NFC North in the double or the quad for less than $200, less than $400. You take the Jefferson combined with the Urlacher. We're looking at north of $2,000 in autograph value, give or take, Rip, for less than $200 or $400. That is robbery. Now, speaking of Tanya, we got LaDainian Tomlinson in the 06 NFL MVP, one of the best seasons ever. We were looking at Drew Brees earlier. He's in the cover boy. Drew Brees had like 5,000 something yards.
Yes, he did.
And like an insane amount of touchdowns. And we're like, how the heck did Brees not win MVP this year? I pulled up the year. It was 06. And LaDainian Tomlinson had like 30 total touchdowns, 31 maybe.
Jeez.
NFL record. Had over 2,000 yards rushing and receiving combined. And you're like, well, it makes sense.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. So beautiful, beautiful helmet. One of the best running backs of all time. Another all-time great running back of my generation, Marshall Faulk on Rip. Maybe it's Hot Take Wednesday. This is maybe a lukewarm hot take.
It's
my
we're
favorite,
workshopping
my
takes.
favorite standard authentic in the game. I know everyone talks about the retro Ram with the horn.
Mm-hmm.
This one I like better. It's more colorful. There's not a better helmet that teams wear in games than the Rams helmet. That Marshall Faulk is the cleanest looking lid in the National Football League, in my opinion.
I like it. I like the take.
Yes.
That's a good take. I like, they've got so many great vintage throwback alternates that they can go to, but I like that they're continuing to innovate.
Evolve.
The way that they broke up that, Rams horn does give it like some more depth to it. You know what? I don't disagree with you.
Evolve and innovate, baby. It's the name of the game. Edgerrin James as well, another Hall of Fame running back on that Lunar Authentic. 6 photo headliners, 3 secondary. This series is so good that Jim Kelly, Hall of Fame quarterback, secondary headliner. Alvin Kamara, one of the best dual threat running backs, secondary headliner. Jameson Williams, you get in the quad break, you can get Jefferson, Urlacher, and Williams, all 3 helmets for less than $400 in that quad diamond break. That is a fire series, to say the least. Here's the other fire series. Couple connections here. The world goes round, Rip. We make connections everywhere. I was talking about the 06 season where Drew Brees was runner-up to MVP.
Tom is a flat circle.
4 runner-ups, by the way. Then I was talking about LaDainian Tomlinson historic season.
You were?
Either the 06 Tomlinson season or the 2025 Saquon Barkley season.
God,
the 2 best running back seasons ever.
Oh, I thought you were going to make me choose.
No. Well,
No, don't make me do that.
think about it and answer later. I'll give you time. Saquon Barkley Chrome Speed Flex, the green and the black, beautiful chrome with that green visor, that silver face mask. It is called the Cover Boy Authentic Series, which is
Cover Boy.
Madden cover athletes. Saquon Barkley on the cover of the most recent Madden 2026. And then one thing I've learned in this break room, ever since I started working here, my appreciation for the color purple has grown. There is no chrome better in the world than a purple chrome.
Baby.
We have the Jefferson and the Diamonds and the Ray Lewis, NFL's all-time tackle leader. That lid is bananas.
And look, well, it's funny you say bananas because I cannot confirm, nor will I encourage you to try and find out. But I do hear that Chrome Raven Speed Flex is grape flavored.
Ooh, okay.
That's what I hear. But again, don't lick it. If you win it.
Please don't lick any of your chromes. I don't condone that or recommend that.
That's
personally.
same.
So
We're on the same page here, Kamen.
Devontae Adams, a secondary headliner, maybe the best receiver of his generation, along with the Cheetah. Bruce Smith, NFL's all-time sack leader, is a secondary headliner. 5-12 chance in the cover boy.
He's got what, 200 sack thingies?
200 on the dot.
My goodness.
We got ourselves 10 headliners left in the practice squad, or 10 boxes, 5 headliners, 50% chance. NFL's all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith on the football. That beautiful rave, Troy Polamalu for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That yellow with the black ink is super duper clean on Polamalu. Mike Evans, Flash Authentic. the only guy to ever start his career with 10 straight 1,000-yard receiving seasons. Old, reliable, Mr. Consistent, Mike Evans. Bo Jackson, one of the best dual sport athletes of all time. Football, baseball, the dude does it all. Then LaShawn McCoy, in my opinion, a future Hall of Famer. 15,000 yards combined, rushing and receiving for him. So Chris Leon didn't get the Chrome Bradshaw. Well, good news, Chris. I'm your good luck charm. Last night, Chris was doing nothing but winning.
Ooh, all right.
So your time is here, as Ricky calls him, the Great Leon. He's here, the Great Leon. We have 4 boxes left in the vault, 2 headliners. Speaking of running backs and records, what's up, Colton Williams, Eric Burns? What's going on, guys? I don't ever ignore people, Rip, but during the rundown, I try to get through it first.
Yeah.
Then I get to you guys here. Derrick Henry, authentic. Very, very clean with that gold ink. LaDainian Tomlinson right now is second all-time in rushing touchdowns, right? Derrick Henry, when he retires, he'll be second in yards and second in touchdowns. Book it. One of the best backs ever, the best running back of this generation. You want to get a King Henry authentic in your PC, that is a part of football history. So 4 boxes left. Tomlinson, Henry, 2 top 10 backs to ever play the game in the final 4 boxes. 50% chance at a headliner in the vault.
50.
QB Room, last day available for this series. Whether we sell it out or not, this is going off the site after our 6 p.m. show tonight.
Gone.
This is all authentics and all quarterbacks. We have 2 boxes left. We have a Super Bowl champion, Phil Simms, in here with the Giants, former Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion. And we have 1 bonus hit. I'm offering a special for the 12 and 3 p.m. show, Rip. Here's a little special little incentive to get in the break. If you get in this break and you guess what the Anmore quarterback is, we will give you a $50 gift card.
Oh.
But wait, it gets better. If you get in the break and you guess who the player is and you win the helmet, $100 gift card on the spot. Just like that.
So you win more for winning?
Yes.
That's wild.
That's not bad. 6 to go in that one. Last day available for the QB Room. 4 boxes left in the can't miss. Mini in Jersey, as it says, it's can't miss. You're not going to miss in this series. 4 boxes left. Hall of Fame receiver Michael Irvin, maybe the second best receiver of all time. Randy Moss, also Hall of Famer in this awesome can't miss Jersey series. Strongly recommend. Come and get this one. I want to see what the other 2 are, Rip, because this series has been fire. And then we got ourselves the normal jerseys. 5 to go. We're down to 26 of these. 11 total headliners left. So many good ones. Jordan Love with that beautiful heart autograph. The GOAT defensive player, Lawrence Taylor. Earl Campbell, Hall of Famer. Brian Urlacher, Hall of Fame linebacker. Tony Dorsett, Hall of Fame running back. We got Deebo Samuel on his new team. Nico Collins, one of the best young receivers. But let's not bury the lead. The best jersey the customers want. Ricky Williams' wheat jersey.
I mean,
on the Ravens this time, though.
I mean, as I call it, you get the Ravens, you get the Dolphins one, and that's called completing the crop.
Ooh, completing. I like that. Completing the crop.
There you go.
Chad Johnson,
You
secondary
can have
headliner.
that one.
Michael Vick, Joe Theismann, still in there as well in the jerseys. A lot of goodies. And Diamond Single with 6 to go. We do have our mystery box tab where you can purchase the minis and the jerseys as personals. You also have the college replica helmets, which all the headliners are left except for, I believe, the Ricky Williams. So guys like Theismann, Earl Campbell, college football royalty. We got the Cheetah, Tim Brown, loaded names in here, guys, in the reps. And then we have the NFL replica helmets as well, which Bo Jackson, everybody knows Bo.
Bo knows.
J.J. Watt, one of the best defensive players ever. We got ourselves a 3-time depoy, which is tied for the most ever. Warren Moon, the first black quarterback inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Warren Moon, I learned recently, Rip, also a big-time chef. I watched the NFL Network feature on Warren Moon. He loves to cook. He's very good at it. His family loves jazz. He didn't love it as much, but he was forced to listen to jazz as a kid.
What does he cook?
Everything.
A little bit of everything?
He's a beast.
Okay.
AJ Green on that beautiful flash replica, Ricky Williams and Jameson Williams. We got all the Williams here in the Huddle Up replica helmets. So, guys, let me know where you want to head. I can already see diamonds are moving. 3 spots to go in that quad box. I can see the double got a spot taken. 4 to go in that practice squad double. So we are making moves. 5 to go in the practice squad single and 2 to go in the jerseys. Let's tier this thing, Rip. Here's what's going to happen this show. And we'll call it the tiers. So the big dogs, the heavy hitters, will attack the diamonds, obviously. In my opinion, this Jefferson helmet, one of the best we have in the room. All authentics. Big dogs will go after the diamonds this show, especially that quad where you can get Jefferson, Urlacher, and Jameson Williams. Now, we have the medium-level customers, right? They'll go after the practice squad. $96 a spot for the double, $48 for the single. You get an authentic for less than $50. That's pretty good. Names like Polamalu, Evans, Bo Jackson. And then the people that don't want to risk as much but still want to contribute, they'll go after the jerseys, where we have 11 headliners total, 2 spots to go in the jerseys. So small, medium, large.
Sure.
They'll all be attacked here in the break room. And we know one person they'll be attacking. The same person that is attacked with ferociousness the last week or two. Marisa says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon to you,
Good
madame.
afternoon.
Good to have you. Rip, I'll ask you favorite 2 or 3 helmets. I'm not going to limit you. Give me some of your favorite lids here in the room this afternoon. What is standing out to you here in the UA live break room?
Well, I was calling it all morning in that cover boy, the Purple Nurple special, the Ray Lewis. It's the way that I think it would look like a man. The way that the purple visor really just accentuates the already all purpleness of it. It's pretty. I love it. But then again, I have a proclivity towards the Ravens. Speaking of which, not a helmet, but that Ricky Williams in the jersey. I mean, come on. It's too much fun. What's happening, Nelly? But like you said, let's not bury the lead. The Justin Jefferson in the diamonds. 1 spot's all it takes. 1 spot you got to play to win. And you can get that Justin Jefferson under $100, $96 for the single. And I looked it up this morning. Last sold on June 10th, went for like $1,400.
Yeah. So like I said, in the ballpark of $1,500, Rip. So that's usually what these are. If you're patient, you could get more for it. If you're looking to sell right away, maybe a little bit less, but makes sense. Look, it makes me feel like I'm not deceiving anybody. You said $1,400. I would say in the ballpark of $1,500 for these high-end Chrome Flexes.
As
the
of
big
June
names.
10th, confirmed sale, Chrome, Speed Flex, COA, J Jettis.
And we say that June 10th, you mentioned the date.
Yes.
I always say the market is hotter in September, October, November during football season. So if it's going for $1,400 on June 10th, what's it going to go for on September 10th?
Up and up and up and up.
Up and up. The more Jettis does, the more the value goes up. Beautiful helmet. Do we have a headliner package for Marisa?
Marisa, I don't see the order come through for that. So if you have an order number, hit me up with it.
Yes. So Marisa, once you get the GOAT status, you will be emailed a code where you can input that code at checkout, and the headliner package will say, instead of $1849.99, it's going to say $0. So you got to have the code first. Check your junk mail, check your spam mail. Obviously, I will say it often is out there immediately, but sometimes we do say 24 to 48 hours once you hit that status to get that code. If you're having issues with it, email customer service, and they'll definitely send you a code. We don't just do the headliner package, though, before we see the physical order. But it probably is somewhere in your email system. And if it's not, hit up customer service, Marisa, and they'll take care of you. Let me drop that link to the customer service squad. I'll drop the live break page link first. What's up, Charles Nelson says, hey, Kamen and Rip, what's going on, Charles? Here's the break page, and here's the about us, and here's the contact us for you guys. This is where you would email them anything that has to do with codes, SIG Club. I defer to customer service, Marisa. That's what makes our company great, Rip.
Is our customer service 1,000%?
Well, all of it. But I was going to say,
just the customer service.
No, we're good too. But there's people that break out of their basement, Rip.
Oh, yeah.
I want to quote, this is not my basement. It's not your basement. It's not Matt's basement. Oh. It's not, Dom's basement. This is a legitimate company with an awesome looking studio, of course, awesome hosts. But we have a marketing team, we have a customer service team, we have an HR team, we have a production team. So this is legit. This is legit. This is why we have shows 9, 12, 3, and 6 every single day. We have so much memorabilia back there, Rip, that you guys could buy out 200 boxes today, and we would still have so much left over. This is a legitimate business with all sorts of departments. Thank goodness you and I don't do shipping. Thank goodness we don't do customer service. We got a lot of goodies here. In my excitement, I guess I didn't order it, says Marisa.
I've been there.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm sure she'll get to that here any second now. So, Rip is my Florida good luck charm. Get me that jersey. There we go, Eric.
Yeah. Sorry, that's the Florida State sound.
I got you. So, Rip, there's a strong belief among customers here. We have a jersey break coming up, by the way.
Yes,
I'll get to that in a second. But real quick, strong belief among customers in good luck charms. Now,
indeed,
people used to like, I don't want to use disrespect, but not respect the co-host producer much. So they only believed in, that's my lucky charm if the guy's pulling for me.
Sure.
We've had in the last year sort of like a resurgence of respect for the co-host.
The co-hostessance, as it were.
So it is 2 of us here. So Ricky Whitmer, I found out recently from one of our customers, he's the good luck charm when he produces, not when he breaks.
Okay.
For some guys, it's both. So for Eric, maybe you're his host and producer good luck charm.
Yeah.
If Rip is in the vicinity of the boxes, good things happen for Eric Burns.
I'm also a magnet for all things Florida. A lot of Miami comes through, a lot of Jacksonville. Not as much Jacksonville, actually, I've been hitting. But, yeah, I get a lot of that Miami also. Oh, FSU will be. Now you're talking about FSU. Get out of here.
There
One
we
of the
go.
Oilers to win, but love the state being represented
in
hockey.
If you like FSU, we got a rep personal out
We
there.
do.
Jared Verse in the college. Drop me a box number for the jersey single. Let me know, guys.
Did you hear what recently retired lineman Teron Armstead said about Jared Verse?
I actually didn't read your article. I was meaning to, and I didn't read it.
That was the top dude. He said he is very happy to not have to play against anymore.
I believe it. Jared Verse is a beast.
He named a lot of the guys we see in here. Number 1 on his list was Jared Verse.
Sorry about the Oilers. Eric, Panthers taking it in 6. Antonio Montes says, y'all are my new good luck charms today, so help me win, LOL. There we go. Well, you got a box for us, Antonio? Eric, Aaron Workman, Ryan Garcia. Who's got a box number for the jerseys? 18. Thank you. 18 in the jerseys. All right. The Jetta's number, which I'm a strong believer in foreshadowing, Rip. I will talk about foreshadowing more than any person in the universe. 18 coming out now, box 18 only means foreshadowing to number 18, Justin Jefferson in the Diamonds.
You're talking about foreshadowing more than my AP American or AP English teacher?
I will.
All right. Well,
I'm all about foreshadowing, buddy.
You're going to have to take that up with Mrs. Drews.
Mrs. Drews, I'm coming for you. The foreshadowing title is mine. So Eric, Aaron, Antonio, and Ryan, good luck, gentlemen. 9 clicks coming up in the jerseys. I said what? Small, medium, and large.
Yes.
The jersey break will be hot for people with a little bit less money to invest. The practice squad hot for the medium pack. The diamonds hot for the big dogs.
And we officially have Maurice's headliner package come through. Excited for that. And we are ready for that. But we got this jersey.
I believe there's 2 left. I saw 2 back there, Marisa. If you have a preference, left or right, holla at your boys.
Also, if you're out there, Morgan McMillan or Logan Roberts bought jersey personals in the 9 a.m., but we're silent.
Okay.
If you're out there, let us know.
Holla at us as well.
Holler at us.
Ryan Garcia's got the NFC North. Eric Burns with his guy Rip, his good luck charm on hand. Yeah. In the NFC South. Aaron getting to work in the NFC East, the workman. Ryan Garcia in the NFC West. Antonio Montes says, y'all are my new good luck charms. Help me win. You got the AFC North, Antonio. Eric Burns, AFC South and East. Hoping to get some burning fire in the break room than Antonio Montez in the AFC West as well. All right, box 18. Well. First off, you put the good mojo out there, good things happen.
Vibes.
Second off, Rip, there's something to be said about statistics. We keep track of stats. Eric says you're the good luck charm.
Oh.
Here's proof.
Ooh.
MV7, Michael Vick on the Falcon jersey.
That's an old school Falcon jersey.
Yeah, beautiful
too.
Falcon jersey.
Yeah.
The black jersey right there, MV7, the best running quarterback of all time for me. Most rushing yards. He had the most rush yards ever until Lamar Jackson passed him last year, actually, for quarterbacks. The best yards per carry ever. Didn't have as many attempts as Jamal Charles, but just anyone that had, any attempts over, I think, a few hundred. He was the most ever. Michael Vick, NFC South, the 4-time Pro Bowler, the Madden GOAT,
I was gonna say,
Madden cheat code.
Literally
for Eric Burns.
broke the game. You want to talk about Madden cover boys, man? You can't have that conversation without Michael Vick.
Well, and that was, he was one of the guys that got cursed with the injury. But obviously, we know Brady's the GOAT. Manning, Mahomes are some of the best ever. But in Madden, you didn't want Manning. You didn't want Brady. You don't want Mahomes. You want Michael Vick. Yeah. He was the guy you wanted in Madden, Rip.
Broke the game.
It took me a while to learn that because I was a huge Manning fan.
Sure.
He was ranked 99. I played my brother as a kid. I would play with the Colts. He would play with the Falcons. He whooped my butt every time. Took about 10 games for me to figure out. All you do is run with Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Let me play with the Falcons again. Now, he's a really good Madden player. One of the best I know. My brother was phenomenal.
Interesting.
But it was 90-10 that he was beating me with the Falcons versus the Colts. It was about 60-40 when we both played with the Falcons. So I was like, that's the Michael Vick cheat code in Madden.
One of my dear friends, Tope, he back in the day, he used to go out for Madden challenge type stuff and play semi-professionally.
Okay.
And he was a bear to play against as well. But man, God, I want to play some Madden. I haven't played Madden in years.
Well, play 26 with Saquon on the cover. That helmet's still available in the cover, boy. I want that so bad. Good win, says Antonio Montez. Yeah, man. One thing I will say about this gentleman, Michael Vick, he is, let's be completely honest. Let's be honest to the customers, Rip. He's in about every series we run, Antonio. He's in the reps. He's in the jerseys. He's in the minis. He's in the practice squad. He's a secondary headliner in the jerseys, which is our lowest entry point. But series like the Diamonds, like the Cover Boy, like the QB Room, like the Vault, he's in the and more section.
Yeah.
He's considered one of the lesser hits, but Michael Vick is in pretty much every series we run. You enter any break, you always have a chance at Michael Vick, except for in this break because he's already gone.
He's taken.
He's already taken in the jersey.
That's why you got to get in.
All right.
Because you never know.
As Herm Edwards always said, we play to win the game. Hello. Herm, baby. Shout out to Herm Edwards.
Has anyone ever taken that clip and then spliced it and crossed it over to Lionel Richie's "Hello"? We play to win the game. Hello.
I think you're going to do
Is it me you're looking for?
I think you're going to be the first guy, Rip.
Oh, man.
I believe it.
I can't believe the internet would let me down
Someone's
like
probably
that.
done it. Someone's probably done it.
It's the internet.
Congrats, Eric Burns. Get right back in the break room with your boy Rip here, being the good luck charm. 2 to go in that Diamond Quad, by the way, guys. That features 4 boxes in that Diamond Quad. Speaking of foreshadowing, Rip, we pull the former Madden cover guy, Michael Vick. Could we pull Saquon, the current Madden cover guy? Maybe Drew Brees, a Madden cover guy. Maybe Ray Lewis on the cover of my first Madden game I truly loved, Madden 05, my favorite Madden game ever.
Colin and I were talking about that yesterday, and it was my GOAT Madden straight up. I maxed out my franchise mode.
Yes.
30 years, and I just kept going.
It is terrific. So let's get that cover boy rolling, but probably up next is the quad. We do have Maurice's headliner package, though, right?
Oh, yes.
That's ready?
Yeah, let me go grab that.
Story Theismann could be in the jerseys as well. Could be in the diamonds. Could be in the QB room, Charles. So we'll do your personal headliner package, Marisa. Looking forward to that. Marisa Dombey in the house. So that is coming up. 1 to go in that quad, though. That is next in the diamonds. Shining bright like a diamond, you guys are in our break room. 4 boxes coming out on that quad box, by the way. 4. Let me drop that link in. $384 to get in, but you get the NFC North, get Urlacher, get Jefferson, both in that break, not to mention Jameson Williams. So there is the quad break, 1 spot to go. I'm going to drop the link into the practice. Actually, the single's only 4 to go as well. So diamonds are rolling right now. Diamond single, only 4 to go as well. So there's the single box, and the quad box is on top of that. Marisa Rips bringing in your box here, your 4 boxes for the headliner package. So should be very fun. 1 mini, 1 jersey, 1 rep, 1 authentic for Marisa. So I would like to do a lot more, Rip, but we'll do minimum 5 diamond boxes this show, minimum. Emphasis on minimum. Because we got 3 to go in the single and 1 to go in the quad. So 5 diamond boxes coming up back to back, Rip.
Combo meal.
I'm excited, man. All right. We got ourselves, oh my God.
Out the gate?
Oh my God.
Out the gate, just like that?
We got a Chrome Mini.
What?
Alvin Kamara.
Oh, dude, I've been wanting to see one of those. I missed the last one. That's
we don't
awesome.
get Chromes often on the Minis, but this is one of the best dual threat running backs in the National Football League. Running, receiving. Alvin Kamara's an absolute beast. Very, very nice hit right there. Marisa Domby. Love the Alvin Kamara. We're talking about a 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time second-team All-Pro. Had the single-game touchdown record for rushing, 6 of them, Rip. Nice job, Marisa. You've got the Alvin Kamara Mini. I'm putting these wins right below the headliner package for you there. Marisa Domby. Thank you guys for making my day while I'm working. I found me a Packer Lunar Mini at a store locally, unsigned, but love that look. There we go. Congratulations, Sears Home Services. It's what we do. We make days happen. We make dreams come true in the break room. What are you doing after you won the Super Bowl? I'm going to Ultimate Autograph. That's what they say. Chris, Tyler, the best way to get in touch with Tyler is to keep asking in the chat. We don't give out emails unless it's pre-approved by the customer. But if someone else knows Tyler's email, you can talk to Chris. But Tyler, if you're out there, Chris Leon's looking for you to trade for the Terry Bradshaw. Tyler who?
Tyler Cameron, Neon Shark.
Neon Shark. Okay. Vault, we have 4 boxes left. Stephen Remick, Derrick Henry, LaDainian Tomlinson, 2 headliners in 4 boxes. QB room, 2 boxes left. Secondary headliner, Phil Simms, and then 1 other helmet as well. It is a quarterback. We know that much, Rip. So keep going with those break orders, guys. Nice job, Marisa, on the Alvin Kamara Mini.
QB, at least in the card world, the more valuable of the skill positions.
It's actually the same in every world.
I would imagine.
Memorabilia.
So. I didn't want
obviously, it depends player to player. Like a Justin Jefferson is worth more than a Christian Ponder. But typically speaking, the quarterbacks do have the highest autograph value on the market typically.
But what about a Samantha Ponder autograph?
I don't know. That's a good one. I'm not sure. Might be worth more than her husband.
Okay.
We were talking about this guy last night. We're talking about all-time great tight ends. And Julia Smith, one of our terrific customers, brought up a good point, Rip. Very underrated tight end. The second most catches ever by a tight end. How about Jason Witten? Man. On the Cowboy jersey.
You know, I'll tell you, I feel like he's gotten memory hold. If he was just able to stay in the booth, we'd still be talking about Jason Witten the same way we talk about Gronk, the same way we talk about a lot of these other guys. That's sick, though. Jason Witten was an absolute beast. You couldn't contest with him.
I think of longevity for him. He was so good for so long, an 11-time Pro Bowler. 11-time Pro Bowler. That's no joke, man. Jason Witten jersey going home to Marisa Dombey.
Well, and that's why you get that's wwhy you get the headliner club.
Right.
This is a headliner right here.
And Steven, of course, is a Cowboy fan, says best tight end. He's very good, no doubt about that. Nice hit, says Ty. So I know Steven and Ty are Cowboy fans. Got that Michael Irvin jersey in the can't miss, guys. Tony Dorsett in the trick play. Emmett Smith in the practice squad on the football. You want Cowboys? We got them Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
So not a Cowboy fan, but he was awesome, says Marisa. You guys did a diamond double in the early show. Is that correct, Rick?
Yes, we did. That is not the diamond double that Gerard is referencing. You are still currently the only one in that diamond double. 7 spots. Go and get them.
But the quad is 1 to go or
One
sold
to
out?
go.
1 to go in the quad. 3 to go in the
Let me
single.
check this. Actually, that might actually be gone.
How's it
It
going,
is done.
boys?
It
The
is
quad is gone?
The quad is gone.
The quad is coming up. So Neon Shark says, how's it going, boys? Chris, you want to get in touch with me?
Yeah, Chris is there. You go.
Chris Leon, there's your guy, Neon Shark. Just a little pointer for emails, though, guys. If you're on Twitch and YouTube, the platforms block the email. So if you have an email, for example, let's just say your email is Joe Johnson. You would do joejohnson@gmail.com. So you don't do the @ sign, so the emails don't get blocked if you want to put your email out there for the other customers. Witten was an absolute consistent stud, says Brian Omer. He doesn't get talked about enough due to his lack of touchdowns in comparison, because of Gronk and Kelsey. But he has a lot of high receptions, absolutely. Jason Witten, let's put it this way, Rip. Whether he's top 5 or not's a debate, let's go ahead and say something we know for sure. Top 10 tight end of all time, no doubt about it.
No
Jason
doubt, no
Witten.
diggity.
No doubt, no diggity. Congrats, Marisa, Jason Witten.
And that's how you do it in the Signature Club.
We don't-
Not even done.
We don't get Jason Witten all that often in the room either.
It's
so
the
that's
first
pretty
time I've
cool.
seen him since I started working here.
Yeah. So
And-
Sick Club, you should be signed up, guys. You get free stuff the more you order, including the GOAT free package, 1 mini, 1 jersey, 1 rep, 1 authentic, valued at $1849.99. You get it for free, Rip. How about that?
In the Signature Club, it's the Signature Club. Living life a little different in the Signature Club.
I think our reward program is my favorite, Rip. I know I'm part of multiple reward programs. I wish I could be part of ours. Unfortunately, I can't because I work here. But we have a very, very elite rewards program, our Signature Club. And guess what? It's only getting better, guys.
It is.
It's only getting better. It's very, very friendly to new customers. Obviously, if you spend a lot of money, eventually you get that Go package. I always want to make sure people know this, though, Rip. You never stop accumulating points. So you accumulate X amount of points, you get a $75 off on your order or something. So even if you're GOAT, you still accumulate points, and we'll have new revampments with new features. Thoughts of a punch card are out there. So there's going to be a lot of fun, Rip. Going to be a lot of fun.
It's still for like a free sub, though, right?
No.
Oh,
Free
okay.
helmets that you can buy multiple subs with.
Okay.
Just saying. Just saying. Full-size rep helmet coming up. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Normally in the break room, Rip, we say we don't cheer for anybody because we love all of you.
Sure.
But especially on a headliner package, when there's nobody else going against you, we cheer for you to get your favorite
Yes.
team. That is always the goal, Rip. You get your favorite team that's as good as the headliner. What's even better than that? You get your favorite team and it's a headliner. Well, Marisa, she's a cheesehead. How about your running back, Marisa? Josh Jacobs
Ooh, on the
Packers
gold
slate.
slate.
Yeah, the gold with the
Love
gold
the
ink.
gold trim.
Led the NFL in rushing yards a few years back with the Raiders. Top 5 back with the Packers in the NFL as well. Pro Bowler, All Pro, one of the best in the game, Josh Jacobs. She says, all right, Marisa.
I say so.
Over 1,300 rush yards last season, 15 rushing touchdowns, among the highest in the league, 3-time Pro Bowler, one of the best backs in the NFL, Josh Jacobs.
Oh, he good.
He good. So congrats, Marisa. Very cool. Says, love the slate helmets. Yeah, very nice helmet with the gold ink. Very, very sharp on your Josh Jacobs. part of that Alabama running back fraternity, right? I mean, so many good Bama backs. Derrick Henry, for example, out there in the vault. We've had other guys in recent years, Najee Harris, Brian Robinson Jr. could be a filler somewhere for the Commanders. So many, I mean, all those years, you're a Raven fan, sort of, right?
Yes.
Mark Ingram was really good.
Indeed.
So Bama kind of gets those really good running backs. And actually, Jahmyr Gibbs was a Bama guy, too. So they know running backs in Alabama. They know running backs for sure.
Running backs, they know wide receivers, they know quarterbacks. Yeah, we all love Alabama.
It's like
but
they're
also
good.
They're really good.
Yeah, they're really, really good. So nice lid there, Marisa. I'll put this one up for now. I don't know if it's going to survive the show by any means with
But I like it.
4 diamonds. We'll give it some due, at least for now, Rip. Give it the respect it deserves.
I say so. He says yes.
What do y'all think the Packers, a top 5 offense this coming year? They'll be pretty good. I mean, Jordan Love is terrific. They need a little bit of receiver help. I know they got a great receiver in the draft. I'm not ready to say top 5 offense, but I could say maybe top 10 offense in that 8 to 12 range. Definitely a better than average offense, no doubt about that. The Green Bay Packers, very, very talented on offense. Top 5 is tough. Obviously, with the likes of the Ravens, Derrick Henry in the vault, they have Lamar Jackson. I think the Chiefs with that receiving core will be back where they were. The Bills, obviously, the Lions, the Rams with, Devontae Adams joining Puka Nacua and Matthew Stafford. I wouldn't go top 5, but I'll say top 10 is fair for the Packers. Speaking of a team that I think will be a top 5 offense, this is a guy that a lot of people on our staff are extremely high on, Rip.
Okay.
I thought I was the biggest homer of this guy until I met a man called Dom Pellegrini. Dom Pellegrini's one of his lukewarm hot takes for the year is that this guy right here will be the offensive player of the year, according to Dom. Puka Nacua on the Rams Authentic. Now, my offensive player of the year is Derrick Henry, who's available in that vault.
Yes.
He is or it's going to be Saquon, who's in the cover boy specialty on the flex. But Puka Nacua, it's going to be almost impossible to stop this guy because Cooper Kupp was really good. I think Cooper Kupp was more on the way down. I think Devontae Adams has more left in the tank. Those double teams that Puka would face, who are you going to double team? You have Devontae Adams on one side, and you have Puka Nacua on the other side. You have Matthew Stafford as the quarterback, and you have Kyron Williams as the running back. What are you going to do, man? That team is loaded.
Pray.
Nice hit, Marisa. The Puka Nacua Authentic right there. Agreed, says Sears Home Services. That's right. Agreed indeed. Puka Nacua Authentic for Marisa. I said it, Rip. My favorite authentic in the game today.
That's right.
This lid is stunning. Maybe it's because blue is probably my favorite color overall.
Probably helps.
And then Mizzou guy, I've grown to love yellow.
There you go.
So the blue and yellow combo, it makes sense psychologically why I love it so much.
We're starting to get to the bottom of it.
Yes, exactly right. Sleeper MVP, Joe Burrow. I mean, let's be honest. Is Joe Burrow a sleeper? I think he's got the 4th best odds. Definitely Joe Burrow will be an MVP contender. He is a beast. Nakua's every bit as good as Kupp was when he came out. Yeah. And what's crazy is Cooper Kupp got a triple crown, Marisa. So Puka Nacua could have that in his future. Awesome lid, Mr. Puka.
Nacua.
I mean, guy came.
Nacua. Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda,
Nice parody.
Bahama.
I like it, Rip.
There we go.
I was gonna say nobody knew about Puka Nacua out of BYU. Everybody knows about Puka Nacua now.
That's right.
And the guy is a beast. I like how, I know she probably didn't type out the A, but I like how she called him Naku. So, Tyler, I would love to trade for the Bradshaw. I grew up watching him and the Steelers my entire life, says Chris Leon. Okay, so by the way, if you're a big Steeler fan, a little bit lower entry point, Troy Polamalu rave in the practice squad. That's got me raving. Diamond Quad is coming up, though. Diamond Quad. Maybe Chris could get some trade bait here. Do I dare say one purple flex for another? Jettas for Jerry Bradshaw. Now, obviously, you want a cool helmet like Terry Bradshaw. Let's be honest, Rip. You're going to have to give up a lot. Maybe we have a Bradshaw and Jefferson swap here today. A mega trade in the break room. That could be a possibility for these guys. All right, Diamond Quad is coming up. Diamond Quad number 2. Go ahead and drop me 4 box numbers. Brian Omer, Christopher Leon, Aaron Workman, Jim Stasic, Josh Rouser, and Brian Maresca. Now, Brian Maresca is a Bears fan. Everyone's oohing and eyeing about the Jefferson. He says, give me that Urlacher, my man. One's Brian Urlacher. Can you blame him?
Not that Urlacher, man. That's beautiful. I can't blame him for that.
That Bears orange is stunning. Absolutely stunning here in the break room. Stunning lid. So who's got 4 numbers? Otherwise, we're going wheeling and dealing. What did I say last week, Rip? Again, this is not an always thing, but what did I hint to the customers last week? Insider data knowledge for them. Do you remember what it was?
Call your numbers. Control your destiny. That said, man, Wheel's been on fire lately.
That's for you, not for me. My shows are box number shows. So who's got some box numbers? Aaron is getting to work, man. He's ready. 12, 14, 16, and 23. The workmen. All right, thank you, Aaron. Diamonds, I have 12. I have 14, and I have 16. And we have the MJ box, 23 as well. All right, that's kind of easy because 14 and 16 and 12 right next to each other on the ticker. Thank you for making my life easy, Aaron. Quadruple the boxes, quadruple the fun. Obviously, the Jefferson flex is sick. What else are you guys looking for in here? I mean, a Bijan Robinson flex, that's no joke. LaDainian Tomlinson, Brian Urlacher, Marshall Faulk, Edgerrin James. That's my childhood, Rip. That's so many awesome players that are still out there in this series. All these are authentics. Oh, my God. Sean Blasco coming in hot with an offer. Says, Chris Leon, I have a Tom Brady authentic if you want to try to make a deal for that Evans Chrome Flex. So Chris Leon won the Evans Chrome Flex in last night's show. So Sean Blasco coming in hot with the Brady for the Evans. That's a pretty good offer. I know the Evans looks cooler, the Chrome Speed Flex, but value-wise, Tom Brady authentic, worth even more. All right, guys, we'll go, I think, 9 clicks for our spots here. Got a lot of eyeballs on the program. 34 people watching across Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, guys. Keep those eyeballs going. Keep those orders going. Hit that share button, that like button. Let all your friends know what's going on here at Ultimate Autographs. 9 clicks. We got Jim Stasic up top. Jimbo's got the NFC North. Looking to be king of the North with the Jefferson. Now, we got Aaron Workman, NFC South. Got a Bijan Robinson Speedflex spot. Not to mention Alvin Kamara, secondary headliner. Christopher Leon, he is hotter than a volcano in this break room. He's got the NFC East. NFC West is Brian Maresca. Could be that Marshall Faulk. It's another Brian Omer in the AFC North. Now, Christopher Leon, AFC South as well. Could be The Edge. Josh Rouser, AFC East. And Brian Omer has one of my favorite spots in this break. LaDainian Tomlinson, 06 NFL MVP on that clean Charger authentic. As my birthday buddy Arnold Schwarzenegger said, go Chargers. Let's see, Rip. We'll start with 12, which is a pretty good football number. Brady, Bradshaw, Rodgers, Greasy, Namath. Universally one of the best, or actually not one of, the best quarterback number in NFL history. What do we got inside 12? Oh, man. Is this what I think it is? Is this what I think it is? Oh, it's not what I think it is.
Oh.
So I thought it was going to be number 12 in box 12, Jim Kelly. Instead, it's Dalvin Cook. Can you believe this, Rip?
Oh.
Dalvin Cook is a secondary and more name in this series. That is incredible for me. Awesome lid right there for the Buffalo Bills. James Cook, excuse me.
I was
That's what
gonna say.
I'm thinking about Dalvin Cook. James Cook, guys. I'm thinking of his brother. James Cook is one of the best backs in the National Football League. We talk about so many names in the NFL. We talk about Saquon Barkley. We talk about, obviously, Derrick Henry. Well, Derrick Henry had 16 rushing touchdowns. James Cook, the same amount as him. James Cook, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Derrick Henry, most rushing touchdowns in the NFL. Awesome lid. You know why I said Dalvin Cook, Brad Maresca? Because in my head, I am so hyper-focused on the Jefferson Speedflex. That helmet is so good, Rip, that I got Minnesota Vikings in my mind. Yeah. That's what it is.
So.
I got Vikings on my mind. That's why I said Dalvin Cook. Here's a hot take for you on a Wednesday. And this is not super hot. It's lukewarm hot. James Cook, better than Dalvin Cook. How about that, guys?
All right.
Better running back, better career, backup Dalvin. Little bro James is coming in hot.
Little bro James.
Little bro James. And like I said, for Tyler, it's something Twitch does. We don't do this. It does block the @ signs. So you got to type it in this way. For example, at gmail.com or at yahoo.com. And obviously the customers would know that they got to do the @ sign, the dots, etc. But it does block it on Twitch. So try again, Neon Shark, and enter it in that format. Very cool, Josh Rouser for James Cook, though. I love this hit. I mean, look, I'll be completely honest with you. This name should be a photo headliner.
I agree.
And I think it will be very soon, Rip. I think people sometimes wait for that second consecutive season of greatness. In my opinion, obviously personal preference, it's better than some of the headliners we have. I'd rather have this over Alvin Kamara, over Jameson Williams, secondary, even maybe over Edgerrin James. That's how good James Cook is.
Oh, wow.
Get your spots, guys. This is what the Diamonds are all about. And James Cook, he kind of really, I know a lot has talked about Josh Allen getting the MVP, and a lot of the reasons why Allen got the MVP was he actually won games and limited his turnovers. But this guy took a lot of pressure off Josh Allen, right? The pressure for Josh Allen to always deliver, to be the whole offense. Well, James Cook made that offense, dual threat, and that's why life was easier for Allen. Didn't have to force throws. That's why we didn't see as many picks for J17. So nice hit there, Josh Rouser. James Cook. Not Dalvin Cook.
Not
James
Dalvin.
Cook.
Is James.
I knew I said Dalvin Cook, and as soon as I said it, I was like, wait, that's not right.
I heard it as well. I'm just like,
I was like, wait,
I saw the Bills. And
I almost thought to myself, wait, what did I just say? What did I say? Excuse me.
Honestly, surprised that doesn't happen more often with just the sheer volume of words we have to say.
Yes, we do say a lot of words on the show.
Boy, oh boy, words.
A lot of words get said, but usually the pictures tell the story with these awesome lids here in the break room. Let's keep it rolling. We got ourselves 14. I'll get back to your message after the show, Rip.
Okay.
I don't think it's anything immediate. So, anyway, 14 coming up, 14 on the way. What do we got next? Got an authentic helmet, obviously. We got a cloth bag, Rip. A cloth bag. We got ourselves.
Means good things.
Let's see here. Quote, the Raven nevermore. This is a very, very clean lid. I believe this is Terrell Suggs. It is Terrell Suggs.
Sizzle.
Let's sizzle, baby. AFC North, the king of the North, Brian Omer. That is very, very clean. Looking at Terrell Suggs, one of the best pass rushers of all time. Over 100 career sacks. Former Defensive Player of the Year. Former Super Bowl champion. Very, very clean hit. Brian Omer. That is nice. Very nice.
Absolutely, man. You know I'm going to love that helmet right there. We've taken a call on it, the Edgar Allan Poe special. Right there.
Quote the Raven, nevermore. Well, this is nevermore, but more Ravens out there. What did you and me and your teacher have in common, Rip? Me and your teacher had something in common that you were just talking about earlier. What
The
teacher
literary
was it?
references. Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
Yes.
A Raven, Ray Lewis next, and the cover boy.
It could happen.
Foreshadowing everywhere. So the elite collector status, Antonio, just to clarify, this actually came up earlier today. So good news that I mentioned it to you guys. So we used to have replica helmets were always a staple break when we first had the SIG Club. So Antonio, the replica helmet break spot, which I believe is $45, use that gift card into any series. It's basically a $45 gift card. Use it into any series. And, you got to pay the rest, obviously. But it's treated like a gift card, like a Chase Wheel Spin. So use that code, apply it to any break you want, and you get that discount. For example, you get in a diamond single, you pay $45, $41 left over for you to pay. You want to use it in a jersey break, you get that whole jersey break for free, and you have $17 left over, I believe, Rip. I believe that's the way it works on that one. All right. All right, 16 coming up next. 16. So, what's going on, Mike? Mike in the house, one of our marketing extraordinaires here in the break room. Diamonds are heating up right now.
It's the Cincinnati Kid.
Diamonds are heating up, and rightfully so. Here's Ricky Whitmer's new favorite team. We have Big Country, Xavier Leggett on
awesome.
the NFC South hit. Aaron getting to work again, man. NFC South Aaron Workman, one of the talented young receivers, South Carolina star, had over 1,000 yards receiving in his last year at South Carolina. Solid rookie year, only going to get better. Xavier Leggett, Bryce Young, and those young Carolina Panthers. Yeah, he's got a great accent. By the way, going into this break, Rip, there was a 9 in 20 chance at a headliner.
Mm-hmm.
As we sit, it's a 9 in 17 chance at a headliner. Ratio's getting better and better. Thank you, Kamen. I haven't used any of my rewards yet. LOL, says Antonio. You better get started, baby. Get started, Antonio. Looks like Neon Shark and Chris are exchanging emails. Great job, guys, in this quad here. That'll put us at 16 boxes left. We have either 9 or 8 headliners left after this next box. Ratios that you dream about, Rip. You dream about these ratios.
I have.
Cole, we have headliners left in the cover boy. Drew Brees, Speed Flex. Ray Lewis, Speed Flex. Saquon Barkley, Speed Flex. Secondary headliner, Devontae Adams. And we got Bruce Smith. Also, you're a Charger fan, Cole. We got LaDainian Tomlinson, authentic in the diamonds, and a full-size rep, LaDainian Tomlinson, with 4 boxes left in the vault. So a lot of goodies. Come and get that cover boy. So let's have it rolling here. Yeah, I'm surprised that cover boy is still here, to be honest. I know we pulled Brady right off the bat, but so much good things in that series, Rip. No doubt about that. Xavier Leggett.
Do you think it's possible that there's a confusion happening between the Coverboy series and the 80s band Loverboy?
I highly doubt it, Rip, but
I'm just trying to...
It could be a thing.
Look, I'm just throwing spaghetti on the wall, seeing what sticks.
Leave it to Rip, right? Leave it to Rip to discover these references.
Look, I'm sure so many people here in the chat are working for the weekend.
You know what you're going to be for me, Rip? You're going to be my 80s and 90s music expert so I can impress my fiance.
Oh.
So you have to give me a list of
welcome.
random things that I can learn about.
Well, there you
Headliners,
go.
that's in the
Loverboy's
Diamonds,
one.
Cole. Jefferson, Speed Flex. Tomlinson, Authentic. Bijan Robinson, Speed Flex. Marshall Falk, Authentic. Edrin James, Authentic. And Brian Urlacher, Authentic. Plus Jim Kelly, Alvin Kamara, Jameson Williams. Secondary headliners, my man. All still out there. And actually, all of those are still out there. we have ourselves another non-headliner, but another Josh win, Josh Rouser. How about Rodney Harrison? Very, very clean, flash authentic for the Patriots. Former Pro Bowler, former Super Bowl champion, one of the hardest hitting safeties ever. Now part of NBC football. Rodney Harrison, Josh Rouser, double up.
Well done.
Well done. What's up, Robert Clark? What's up, Kamen? He says, I've been gone for about a year. What you got left in the jerseys? Jordan Love, Lawrence Taylor, Earl Campbell, Brian Urlacher, Tony Dorsett, Ricky Williams on that weed jersey, Nico Collins, and Debo Samuel, Robert. This is what's great about our break room. We're such a great community here, Rip. I get it. Sometimes you got to take a break due to finances. You have too much memorabilia in the house. You got to sell some stuff. But most of our customers always find a way back.
You got to go away to come back, though.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
We have the best memorabilia. We have the most fun shows. This community is great. Good to have you back, Robert.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. If he's been gone for about a year, he's never seen your face. So there is Rip. Let's zoom in on that beautiful face.
Nice to meet you, Robert Clark.
There you go.
It is
Look at
I,
that.
Rip.
We're very happy here on a Wednesday afternoon. Can you tell that we like our jobs, Robert? This place is awesome. You guys are awesome. So Josh Rouser on the Rodney Harrison authentic. You know, I think to myself, like, there's customers from 2 years ago that would have come back now, and we've had 2 new studios in the last 2 years, Rip. So I'm like, you're from the old studio. Things have upgraded here in the break room.
It's like going back to your hometown and it's like, whoa, there's a Kohl's here now.
Yeah, right. Nice hit right there. Nice hit on the Rodney Harrison. So what's up, Rip? Yes, I can tell, says Robert. Absolutely, my man. Improving is the name of the game here. Diamond single, I think, is coming up. 2 to go on that one, guys. We just did a whole quad. 1 to go, says Rip. We did not pull a single headliner. We're down to 16 boxes left, and we got ourselves 9 headliners in 16 boxes. Now, I went to school for journalism, but 9 divided by 16 is more than 50%, Rip.
That's as far as I can get as
right?
well.
Just go with more than 50%.
I'm not going to delve any deeper.
The Jefferson Flex, the Tomlinson Authentic with an inscription, which adds more value, 06 NFL MVP. The Bijan Robinson Speed Flex. We got the Marshall Falk Authentic. We got the Brian Urlacher and the Edrin James still here. So get your spots, guys. I mentioned 9 headliners, though, Rip. Jim Kelly, Alvin Kamara, and Jameson Williams, secondary headliners. So get your spots. Let's rock. Let's roll in those diamonds. Let's get that double moving. Let's get the quad moving. I always like to be 2 steps ahead, Rip. The single's coming up. Obviously, no duh. Get the next set ready. Single actually is sold out. It's really coming up.
Oh my.
Antonio Montez, the closer, closed it, he says. All right, Mariano Rivera. All right, Mariano, we see you. Enter Sandman, enter Antonio in the break room. Congrats to Josh Rouser, one of the best looking flashes, the Patriot Flash. Rodney Harrison, part of that Patriot era of excellence, part of that defense that really helped Brady win some of those early Super Bowls. A young Tom Brady. Well, yeah. So get the Harrison put away. The diamond singles coming up. And then let's run back some more doubles and quads, Rip. I don't see why we shouldn't.
I see no reason.
No reason why we shouldn't. Actually, I think we should close out the diamonds this show and get the next diamonds all ready for these guys, right?
Why not? Give me one good reason why not.
And I do got to put it in the chat. William Losey, once the host puts it in the chat, box numbers are then valid. 23, though, I know for a fact is not valid because it's not on the ticker. We just did it. And did I not hit save? I think I hit save. So 23 is not available. We do have in this break Marisa Dombey, Jonathan Coven, Adam Hoffman, Marisa Dombey, William Losey, and Antonio Montez. So diamond single number 1. Go ahead and drop me a box number. First come, first serve in the chat. Will Losey wants 4 instead. So 4 coming up in the diamonds. I know Thomas Sweeney's asking for a Roger Staubach helmet for trade. Believe this or not, this will come as an absolute shock, guys. Roger Staubach on multiple occasions, Rip, has been in the and more section of the Diamonds.
You don't say. Of all people, Roger Staubach.
Right, exactly right, which is wild. Not saying it's in this series, Rip, but I've seen it before, and I'm sure we'll see it again.
I seen him.
So 9 clicks, guys. Marisa, Jonathan, Adam, Marisa, William, and Antonio. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Ladies and gents. Really good show. We got some good momentum here.
Loving it.
A lot of good heat. Having a lot of fun here in the break room. 7, 8, and 9 clicks. All right, Antonio looking for that Jettas. And he's got the Bijan Robinson spot. So both speed flex spots could be going home to Antonio. Marisa Dombey, the NFC East. William Losey, the NFC West. Adam Hoffman, the AFC North. Marisa's got the AFC South and East. And Jonathan Colvin in the AFC West. Bradley pulled. You see, I don't lie here, Rip. Bradley backs me up, says, I pulled mine in the and more, and it was the bicentennial one. That's awesome. We're, by the way, believe it or not, Rip, only 9 days away from Luna's birthday. Bradley's dog. 9 days away. I know that because we're only 7 days away from my dog's birthday. Shout out to Messi. So Thomas Sweeney also looking for a Howie Long helmet, which also will be in the and more section of the Diamonds. Which is, again, Rip, I've said this before. I'm going to say it again, though.
One more time.
We get some of the best players in the history of football that are not even photoed headliners, not even secondary headliners. This is why the Diamonds is the best series we typically offer in the break room. Nothing but heat in here. All authentics, all awesome names. James Cook in the and more section today, right? And that is crazy to me. James Cook and more section. Not Dalvin Cook, James Cook.
James.
Not to be mistaken with his brother. All right, we got ourselves a pretty heavy one here. A pretty heavy one. Well.
Well.
We've got ourselves some closer magic.
Ayo.
Antonio Montez.
Ayo.
Justin Jefferson. The Chrome Speed Flex, baby. The best receiver in the NFL. Antonio got this lid for less than $200. It's worth more than 7 times that, arguably. Jay Jetta's #1 all-time in receiving yards per game. Look at the purple chrome. The gold face mask. The gold visor. What a helmet. Antonio Montez. Jay Jetta's. He said we're his luck charm. He got it. The good luck crew for you, Antonio.
Woo.
Justin Jefferson. I've been calling killer boxes lately, says William Losey. When you're calling boxes like this, Rip, you might start thinking about buying out the break if you're that lucky, right? Let's go, says Antonio. Just use my rewards to get the 2 spots. Got it for free, Rick.
There you go.
For free, Antonio. Wow,
Antonio.
Unreal hit. Congrats, says Bradley.
Hit the gritty right now, wherever you are.
Hit the gritty, baby.
I don't care if you're at work.
Jefferson.
I don't care if you're in line at Jersey Mike's. Hit the gritty.
Now, we occasionally have this issue here in the break room, Rip. It's a good problem to have. Customers go so crazy that they get noise complaints from their neighbors. So then they get called Ultimate Autographs. The police gets involved. We show them the helmets, and they're like, you're off. You're good. We get it. No problem. You go crazy all you want.
Oh, there you go. They're doing it now.
The Sun is doing it. What did I say, Rip? The kids love Justin Jefferson. They all know the gritty. That is one way to win the Father of the Year award. Tell him that Jefferson is his. How about that, Antonio? Talk about value, expensive helmets. This one for him and his son, priceless. Absolutely priceless right there on the Jefferson Chrome Speed Flex. Not the last Chrome Speed Flex today, though. We got Ray Lewis and Saquon Barkley in that cover boy, Rip. Let's see those here next, perhaps. in the UA Live break room. I do see that the quad sold out.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Just happened.
So 4 more boxes coming up.
That's going to be ready for you right now.
Let's rock. Let's roll, baby. Diamond quad number 3 coming up.
Gonna let it rock. Let it roll. Gonna let it rock. Come and save my soul.
Is that the Jersey Boys?
That is John Cougar Mellencamp.
John Cougar Mellencamp.
Call him Cougar.
John Cougar Mellencamp. So 4 to go here. 4 boxes coming up. We got Cole Carnemark, Aaron Workman, and Steven Lenhart.
3, 10, 22,
Steven's
28.
wasting no time. By the way, I did say this, Rip. Call out the box numbers. Good things happen, guys. 3, 10, 22, and 28 coming up here. Let's get 3 off the ticker. Now we'll get 10 off the ticker as well. We'll get 22 and 28 all available. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Mr. Lenhart. And just like that, we'll be at 11 boxes left in the Diamonds, Rip.
Boy, oh boy.
Just like that.
Fast and furious.
Things we love to see in the break room. Things we love to see. Am I right? 11 left? You could probably count them right there. Math is not my strong suit. After the 4, we do.
Yeah, it'll be 11 after
11 after this. Perfect.
That was 3,
10. 3, 10, 22, and 28. 3, 10, 22, and 28. We'll get you guys randomized here with plenty heat coming up in the Diamonds. Cannot wait to see that Bijan Robinson, not to be mistaken with Bijan Mustard. That is still out there. 9 clicks. Good luck, guys. Let's have some fun. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We got all those?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Steven Lenhart looking to be king of the North. He's got the NFC North. NFC South is Cole Carnemark looking to be on his mark. Steven Lenhart, NFC East. Cole's got the NFC West. AFC North. Aaron's got the AFC South. Cole's got the AFC East. And Steven Lenhart has the AFC West. Math isn't my strong suit either, says Thomas Sweeney, right? But there's one thing that everybody can tell, regardless of intelligence level, Rip. They always say a picture tells 1,000 words. You look at these helmets, you see how awesome they are, right? Like this one tells the story. Tells the story, Justin Jefferson. Forget talking about autograph value. The helmet is just perfect, just the way it is. All right, 4 boxes coming up. We'll start with number 3 and then build our way down till we knock out this quad box break. Such a terrific, terrific program. This noon show, the 9 a.m. show was great as well. Things are buzzing in the break room. Buzz Lightyear here to the rescue. And if you guys want Chrome Speed Flexes, don't forget, next order of business, the Cover Boy. Saquon Chrome, Ray Lewis Chrome, Drew Brees Speed Flex. Only 12 boxes left. Don't forget the Cover Boy Authentic Helmet Series, which are all authentics in that one as well. Diamonds and Cover Boy, the 2 breaks I'd go after personally, right? The cream of the crop, the best of the best, the belle of the ball, the goodies, as we say, Rip. All right, what do we got here on our next authentic lid? Next authentic lid. Oh, well, I mean, look, when it rains, it pours.
Oh my.
Like I said, foreshadowing. I had Minnesota Vikings on my mind. I called James Cook, Dalvin Cook. Maybe my brain somehow knew a Viking reckoning was coming.
Ooh.
Hey, it's box 3. It's number 3, Jordan Addison
Nice.
on the Minnesota Viking lid.
That's
One of the best Robins in the game. A couple years ago was top 5 in receiving touchdowns. Jordan Addison, nice hit. Steven Lenhart, very nice.
On that satin purple, too. Nice alternate.
I love this helmet. Very, very clean. The Viking standard, one of my favorites. Jordan Addison, 10 receiving touchdowns. Tied for 4th a couple years ago. Another solid year last year. Very, very good receiver, Jordan Addison. Thomas Sweeney says, I was always better in history. Did we just become best friends, Thomas? Because I was a straight A student in history. That was my jam too, man. history and Spanish were my GPA boosters, as we say.
What's your favorite period of history?
Favorite period of history? It's a great question. You know what my answer is? I'm going to go sports right now. I live in the moment. Lionel Messi, Patrick Mahomes, Steph Curry, right now, Rip. That's my favorite period of history.
Well, lucky for you, you're alive for it.
Yes. I would say, if we're talking world history, I would probably go with the Roman Empire.
Okay.
The Colosseum, which I saw in person in Italy, it was beautiful. The sort of prehistoric times, kind of very interesting to me, right? I love stuff like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, the Renaissance Fair. So that era would be my favorite part.
Nice.
Not counting sports history.
Of course.
Yes. Great job, Steven Jordan Anderson. How about you? You seem like a historian over there.
You know, it's one of those things where it's like there was that meme about a year or two ago where it's like, oh boy, men sure love thinking about the Roman Empire, which is true.
Case in point.
Men do love. Yeah, there you go. Test case. That's a great question.
These are deep questions. You know, we talk a lot about sports. We talk about life. We talk about everything on the show. This is your men and women, fun, friendly show here in the break room, right? We're all inclusive in all sorts of great topics. Is that thunder on top of us?
Oh, undoubtedly.
Oh, man.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because it's raining headliners. Speaking
It
of
is.
metaphors here in the break room.
On top of that, there's a flood watch as well. So,
all right. Let's bunker down and break some boxes. Bunker down and break some boxes.
Did you hear that one?
Yes.
I felt that one.
It's loud. 10 coming up, box 10. More diamond boxes, and we keep on skipping headliners, Rip. We are, as we say in the break room, headliner hopping here. All right, the next box. Ooh, it's a nice lunar. We got ourselves a New Orleans Saints lid. This is Alvin Kamara right here. NFC South, Cole Carnemark.
Nice.
Very, very nice on the Alvin Kamara. The 5-time Pro Bowler, single game rushing touchdown record holder. 6 of them on Christmas. How's that for a Christmas present to yourself? Alvin Kamara. It all goes with the theme today, the Minnesota theme, right? Against the Vikings, Rip. It's a Vikings kind of theme today. Nice hit right there. Cole Carnemark. As Aaron Workman says, all it takes is one spot, baby. Now, raining here in Pennsylvania and humid, says Thomas, which is basically what we are here in Chicagoland. Raining and humid describes us as well. But the best word to describe us right now, we're a mix of rain and heat. Raining headliners with a lot of heat and awesome names in the break room.
We're flooded with authentics.
Right? Cole says, I have 2 Camaros if anyone's interested in a trade. So hit up Cole. I always say, Rip, in my opinion, when you get multiples, it's like that sit, trade, cut, or bench or whatever meme we see. Keep one, sell one, trade one. Just like that. You get the mix of all the worlds. So congrats, Cole, on the Alvin Kamara. Kind of like, Olave is good too, but the Saints team could be kind of described by Alvin Kamara and Alvin Kamara and Alvin Kamara. He got injured last year and the offense went downhill. There's going to be presumably a rookie quarterback taking over this year. And they'll be giving him a lot of, passes, a lot of runs, and make that offense easier for him. Feed Kamara the football. Simple strategy in Nala this year.
Yeah, he will be carrying the load of that offense, needless to say.
Especially in PPR fantasy leagues, could be a really good pickup, Alvin Kamara. No doubt about that. Aaron Workman would trade the Xavier Leggett, Panther X. He just pulled. He's a Kamara fan. So that's up to you, Cole. It's a matter of how good do you think Leggett will be? Obviously, right now, Kamara's had a better established career, but if Leggett lives up to his potential, that could be a fair trade potentially. How much do you believe in X, as we say, right? Best QB in Saints history has to be Breeze. He's in the cover boy, Thomas Sweeney. It's not even close, Drew Brees. 10 playoff wins for the Saints. Brees, number 9, the quarterback for 9 of them, Rip. So, yes, Drew Brees is not only the best quarterback in Saints history, he's a top 5 quarterback of all time for me, Mr. Brees. Cole says probably not for Leggett, thanks, though. So, obviously, Alvin Kamara is terrific. He's got to get his money's worth, Cole, to make the trade fair. All right, this third lid here in the quad break. The third lid in the quad break. There is really a theme today. It's 2 teams that tell the story of our afternoon, Rip.
Oh, boy.
I mentioned the Vikings. Here's the other theme. The Rams.
Oh.
It's Marshall on the Rams Authentic. One of the best running backs ever, Marshall Faulk. 3-time Offensive Player of the Year. Top 10 all-time in rushing touchdowns. A former league MVP. A Super Bowl champion. One of 3 guys in the history of football to have 1,000 rush yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season. Nice job, Cole. Marshall Faulk, my man. Very, very clean fire lid Marshall Faulk. I'm going to make a very, very hard decision and put this away for one reason and one reason only. Because people on social media, for a social media hit, Rip,
Yes.
they're the young kids. The Instagram, the TikTok crowd, they care about the current generation.
Okay.
So Puka Nacua, I'm not going to do the exact same helmet twice. So I'm putting Marshall Faulk back in the box. Faulk is a legend, but the new social media crowd, they respect the current guys more, Rip.
We need the clicks. We need them. We love them. We want them.
We love the clicks. By the way, speaking of social media, if you're not already doing it, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, obviously TikTok. We're everywhere. YouTube, Twitter. You actually get free Cicla points if you follow us on those places. So make sure you sign up and follow us all over social media for bonus content and all the such here at Ultimate Autographs. Basically, if there's a social media out there, we're on it. Marshall Faulk has to be the top 5 running back in history, says Thomas Sweeney. He's definitely in the discussion. I have him personally in that 7 to 8 range, but he's got to be for sure top 10. The case can be made for top 5. No doubt, one of the greatest running backs ever, Marshall Faulk.
I'll hear that case out.
Especially if we're talking about running and receiving combined. And think about this, the greatest show on turf, they were more of a passing team. I think some of his rushing yards were actually stolen by Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, and the boys. I think his numbers could have looked a little bit better on the rushing yard side had it not been for those guys. Theft! Thievery for the Rams. Marshall Faulk. He's at least, for me, there's 3 running backs I grew up watching. You know, I was after the Barry Sanders. I caught the end of Barry Sanders, but, you know, obviously Walter Payton, I was too young. Emmitt Smith, I saw the end of his era. For me, my first era of running backs was Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Marshall Faulk. All 3 are great. All 3 are close. It's like picking between your 3 dogs, Rip. It's hard to pick which one I like best.
Pick one.
Right? So, legend Marshall Faulk.
Name your dogs. Name your dogs off.
Messi.
Messi's your favorite.
Yes, he is. He's my favorite. Sorry. Sorry to my fiance. Sorry, little Henry. And then Radar passed away recently, but I count him as part of the family.
Of course.
And it's probably, honestly, Messi, Radar, Henry. Sorry, Henry.
Hey, Henry, step up. There's room for improvement.
Well, it's all like a selfishness thing. I'm selfish because he likes her better. So he gives me less attention.
Got it.
Hence why he's still amazing, but number 3.
Point proven, though. Point proven.
Sorry, Henry.
Now list off those 3 running backs we were just talking about.
So, sociology experiment. Tomlinson, Peterson, Faulk.
Okay, well, that's your order.
Yeah. Tomlinson's out there in the diamonds and the vault as a photo headliner, LaDainian Tomlinson. It's like 1A, 1B, and 1C. Walter Payton's Thomas's favorite running back in history. Walter Payton is my favorite running back because I'm a Bears fan and because of what he does off the field.
Oh, yeah.
I think the best running back for me is Barry Sanders, but Walter Payton's my favorite running back, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, you can't go wrong with either guy, though. Barry and Walter, Jim Brown as well, Emmitt Smith, Marshall Faulk, LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson. There's my top 5, if you're wondering, Rip. Top 6 running backs ever. Which, by the way, Smith in the practice squad, Tomlinson in the diamonds in the vault. We got some of the best backs ever in this break room. Top 10, yes, says Sears Home Services. Yes, top 10 for sure for Marshall Faulk. That is no doubt. No diggity, as we say.
We still have 1 box left.
We
Right?
have Bijan Robinson, who could be maybe a top 10 back one day. The top 3 guy right now for me, Bijan Robinson. A very, very clean speed flex. And then LaDainian Tomlinson, who, this feels weird to say this, Rip. It feels very, very weird to say this. But LaDainian Tomlinson, actually underrated. Because I've had these football discussions with people, and when I tell them LaDainian Tomlinson is second all-time in rushing touchdowns, they look at me like, that's not true. Then they look it up, and I'm like, oh, no, it is true.
Yeah.
So Tomlinson is very underrated. I do put him ahead of Marshall Faulk, Mr. LaDainian Tomlinson. He's probably my number 4 greatest running back of all time, LT. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here in the last box of the quad? Well, it's a very, very simple thing in the break room. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. There he is, the 2006 NFL MVP, LaDainian Tomlinson. The best season ever for a running back, the most total touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, combined touchdowns. It's been almost 20 years, Rip, and that record still stands. The 06 NFL MVP, Stephen Lenhart, LaDainian Tomlinson. Very nice. And if you're missing out on this Tomlinson, if you're a Tomlinson fan, we have a full-size rep in the vault with only 4 boxes left, Rip. So not the last chance for Tomlinson in this show.
Not indeed, but hot diggity dog. That is one clean lid right there.
Love the Charger bolt.
Yep.
Very, very clean. I think this will probably go in for the Josh Jacobs. One running back in for another. Awesome hit, Stephen Lenhart, LaDainian Tomlinson. So Barry Sanders, LaDainian Tomlinson, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown, Earl Campbell. For me, Emmitt Smith probably because I'm a Gator, says Sears Home Services. Okay, well, hey, we have the Emmitt Smith football. Less than $50 in the practice squad. We also have the Earl Campbell jersey. So those guys you mentioned, very much available in our break room as we speak right now, right? Nice helmet right there, Stephen Lenhart, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Well done.
Yes.
Y'all done did it.
That was actually a running back. And actually, we have a theme for that break, Rip. We call it the dual threat running back break. Ooh. Alvin Kamara, Marshall Faulk, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah.
3 of the best dual threat backs in NFL history. That is a nice little theme right there. Jordan Addison, you don't belong, but that's okay. You're still accepted in this little quad break.
You don't belong. But I mean, it's okay.
It's okay. We'll allow it. They are called mystery boxes after all. So I would still run back these diamonds. Obviously, all authentics. I think 11 boxes left. Still got the Bijan Robinson Speed Flex, Falcon Nation, come at me. The Urlacher authentic, the Edgerrin James authentic, the Jim Kelly secondary headliner, and the Jameson Williams secondary. So 5 in 11 chance at a headliner in here. Still got some really good odds, guys, in the diamonds. But I will say, no question right now, the cover boy should be the next set of speed flexes we tackle this afternoon, pun intended. We have 3 speed flexes left in the final 12 boxes. We have this beautiful chrome speed flex. Saquon Barkley goes with the dual threat running back theme. We do have the beautiful Ray Lewis chrome speed flex. One of the few guys that could actually shut down a Tomlinson, a Barkley, a Faulk, a Peterson. The NFL's all-time tackle leader on that purple chrome, Ray Lewis. Drew Brees speed flex, second all-time in pass yards and passing touchdowns. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, the great Drew Brees. So 3 photoed headliners in the last 12 boxes, all being speed flexes. Not to mention, guys, we got Bruce Smith in here and Devontae Adams as secondary headliners. So definitely think the cover boy could be the next order of business. Definitely think a practice squad double is doable. 4 spots to go in that one. $96 a spot. Emmitt Smith football, NFL's all-time leading rusher, most rushing yards, most rushing touchdowns, the great Emmitt Smith. We got that Troy Polamalu rave right there. One of the best safeties ever. Steeler legend, Mike Evans. If Mike Evans retired today, he'd be a Pro Football Hall of Famer. 1,000 yards receiving every single season he's played. Bo Jackson, guys. One of the best athletes ever. Speed, power, baseball, football, Heisman Trophy winner. The great Bo Jackson. He's an absolute icon of the game, Mr. Bo Jackson. And then, of course, we still have ourselves in here, secondary headliner LaShawn McCoy, which I did see this stat. LaShawn McCoy had the most rushing yards in the 2010s decade. Speaking of terrific running backs, Shady McCoy. So 4 to go in that practice squad double. This could happen this show. We got ourselves 5 to go in the single. So definitely think a practice squad break is very, very doable this noon show. And for the guys that missed out on Tomlinson, like I said, 4 boxes left in the vault, 2 running backs. And I know we talk about the top 5, the top 10, but my list will probably change in about 7 or 8 years, Rip, because it's going to be very, very hard to keep Derrick Henry off your top 5 running back list.
You mean you're going to intake new information and draw different conclusions?
I'm a scientist here.
What a concept.
What a concept. So Derrick Henry, by the way, on pace to finish top 3, maybe top 2 in career rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. He's coming for Tomlinson, coming for Emmitt Smith, coming for your top 5 running back lists of all time. King Derrick Henry, he's a coming. I mean, folks said this about Derrick Henry after Tennessee. He's winding down. He's slowing down. He's not going to be the same guy he is. Running backs are not the same in their 30s, Rip.
It's tough.
Even though my body in my 30s is definitely not the same, Derrick Henry's is enhanced and better. Wow, that thunder is crazy. That's like Derrick Henry coming at you. You want to talk about foreshadowing? You want to talk about, metaphors, that thunder, that I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's metaphoric for Derrick Henry.
I'm having flashbacks to when we were still under construction, to be honest.
More than 1,900 rushing yards last year. It was the second best season ever in terms of rushing yards. And if you saw it, if you saw Derrick Henry last year, him running in the open field, that run against actually the Bills was iconic. He's actually faster than he's ever been. A dude that big, that strong, to also be that fast, kind of unfair, Rip.
Yeah, oh, indeed.
Unfair.
It's an unfair advantage that only himself is given himself. But also, man, I don't want to hear anything about, they're playing an extra game. There's an extra game. It's like, that still makes it, honestly, probably even harder to do, to sustain the health that long.
Yeah, so King Henry, LaDainian Tomlinson, 2 top 5, top 10 running backs ever in the final 4 boxes in the vault. Come and get it, ladies and gents. We'll run the wheel spin for the jerseys at 150. If the jersey break is filled out before that, you guys will be in the jersey wheel spin. Otherwise, that wheel spin will be with or without you guys. 6 to go in that jersey break. Most of the headliners left in there as well. So, Derrick Henry, yes, you may have him, and Saquon Barkley. Thank you. Yeah, Saquon Barkley, by the way, is the best lid in the room right now for me. That green and black chrome speed flex. Saquon Barkley, such a phenomenal year last year, Mr. Saquon. The single season record for rushing yards, if we count the regular season and postseason combined, which that actually has to matter for something, right? Because he was out there putting up 150 plus yard rushing games in the postseason.
Your body can't tell the difference.
Without Saquon Barkley, the Eagles lose to the Rams in the playoffs. There's no Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley. That Rams game, they won by 6. The Rams were going in for the game-winning touchdown. They were super-duper close. Without Saquon, the Eagles don't win that game, and they don't win the Super Bowl. Plain and simple, right?
Simple and plain.
So, Joe Montana's top 3 for him. Thomas better check his records. Respectfully disagree. Derrick Henry right now, we're speaking of all-time records, NFL's all-time rushing yard leaders. Derrick Henry is sneaking in right now. Derrick Henry is currently 19th with over 11,000 rushing yards, Rip. 11,423. Let's just say, let's lowball this dude. And let's just say he only gets 1,100 rush yards next year. He'll be 13th. What if he gets 1,900 rush yards? He will move into the top 10 all-time in rushing yards. If he replicates last year's season, he'll be top 10 all-time in rushing yards. So what's great about our break room, Rip, we love having discussions with the customers. You guys can have your opinion, we can have ours, but respectfully disagree with Thomas because Derrick Henry, he'll be top 5 all-time in every stat. He's at 11,000 yards right now. Let's just say he plays 3 more years, averages 1,000 yards a season, which is low ball for him, right? Coming off 1,900. If he gets 3,000 more yards in the next 3 years, he'll be at 14,423. You know where that puts him, Rip? 6th all-time in rush yards.
6th all-time. And benefit of the doubt, perhaps Derrick Henry was, or Thomas Sweeney was talking about Derrick Henry's age, perhaps?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he around 30? Maybe his age. My apologies, Thomas. This is why you got to read these YouTubes carefully, Rip.
Hi, I'm here for you.
Apologies, Thomas. He's talking about Derrick Henry's age. Thank you, Rip. That's why we have a co-host here to clear up discrepancies.
I got you.
Derrick Henry is 31 right now. 31 and a half about. From Yulee, Florida is where he was born, Rip. Shout out to Yulee. Was that near you at all?
No.
Yulee.
No, that's out in the sticks.
So it's the birthplace, January 4th, Derrick Henry, the king as they call him. Here's a new one. Tractorcito. Tractorcito because he's a tractor, maybe? Is that what that nickname is coming from?
Tractorcito.
That's what it says, one of his nicknames.
Interesting.
Tractorcito. And my apologies, Thomas. I'm guessing you were talking about the age, not about where he is when it comes to all-time great running backs. Where's Saquon on this list, by the way? Saquon Barkley. He's had some injuries. Saquon is currently at 7,000 yards, but he's only 28.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he plays for another, 7-8 years and gets, 8,000, he's in the top 5 all-time in rushing yards as well. So the all-time great running back list in 10 years, Rip, we might have Saquon and Derrick Henry be top 5 backs of all time. Get these guys while you still can in the break room, right? The best of the best here, Saquon and King Derrick Henry. So 148, wheel spin coming up for the jerseys in a couple minutes. If you guys get this practice squad down to, let's call it 2 or less by 2 o'clock, I'll give them like 5 more minutes. If it's not 2 or less, we'll leave that for the 3 p.m. show. We'll go till 2 o'clock minimum, and then we'll see where we're at 2 o'clock as far as breaks for the show. Practice squad is probably our best bets right now. 5 to go in the single and 4 to go in the double. Jersey break. All right, I'm nice. I'll be nice here, Rip. If the jersey is sold out by 155, you guys will be in the wheel spin. If it is not sold out by 155, well, you won't be in the wheel spin. We'll still break it. It's only 4 to go. But to be in the wheel spin, we got to have that sold out by 1:55 Central Time, aka about 6 minutes, 5 minutes and change from now here in the break room. Really good table today, man. Really good table. Jefferson, I know Bradshaw from the earlier show, Tomlinson, Puka Nacua, James Cook. We have a little bit receiver, running back, and quarterback. we got an entire offense lined up for us here in the break room, Rip. An entire offense, and a pretty darn good one at that. Phone numbers, Chris, I believe, for whatever reason, I think they do on Facebook. I don't think they do on YouTube or Twitch. I think it's the policies of each platform. So I do think phone numbers get blocked on YouTube. I think they work on Facebook, though. So I don't know if you have a Facebook channel or you want to drop your number in real quick. That's up to you, my man. But I think you might as well try. It doesn't hurt to try. But I think last I saw, YouTube was blocking phone numbers.
If it does come through, everybody, let's give Chris a call.
Yes.
Everyone text him.
And just to clarify from Sears Home Services, comparing eras is very difficult. He says, Joe Montana, if you look at just Super Bowls, okay, maybe top 5. Overall stats, top 10, I'll give you. So obviously the stats in the 80s, in the 90s, 70s, very different. I think Joe Montana, for me, is a top 5 quarterback because when you see it, you know it, Rip. But you can obviously have those debates. Comparing generations is very hard. Now, I'll say this about running backs, though. Saquon and Derrick Henry we're talking about. I might argue that it's harder to get rushing yards now because everybody's passing the ball. So Saquon and Derrick Henry, adjusted for era, their stats actually aren't all that different, right? They're beasts.
Yeah.
But I think looking at guys like a Saquon, like a Derrick Henry, like a Justin Jefferson, like a Joe Montana, these all-time greats, Rip, they'd be great in any era.
Yes.
I always say that. If you're an all-time great, under any rules, any years, any systems,
any
you
technology, again, you want to try and cross eras, Wilt Chamberlain would be able to do the same thing, if not better, with the same technology and medical care today.
Exactly.
Than he, was back in the day. He'd score 200 points in a game.
I wouldn't go that far.
Who
but
knows?
He'd be a beast.
I don't know.
He'd be a beast.
No way to prove it.
There's more penalties called nowadays, says Ty. Which takes away rushing yards, by the way. Takes away rushing yards. And where do penalties get called a lot? When you run the ball, when the offensive lineman hold the defensive lineman. And that's where you get your penalties in the modern NFL here. So, yeah, Saquon Barkley. I mean, case in point, perfect example of Saquon. We have this Chrome Speed Flex. Obviously, the Giants are one of the worst teams in the NFL. They have one of the worst, probably the worst offensive line in the league. There's a stat I saw, I think it was it last year or 2 years ago, but they were showing the quarterback sack rate. And the highest sack rate for a quarterback in the league was like Daniel Jones, and also in the top 5, it was, I believe, Danny Dimes, and then it was Tommy Cutlets was also top 5, and then Drew Lock was up there too. So no matter who the quarterback was, they were sitting on their butt. So for Saquon to put up what he did with the Giants, with that awful offensive line, tells you how he's good no matter what. And now he goes to the Eagles. Record-breaking season just like that. So linemen are bigger. They are bigger right now, Thomas Sweeney. No doubt about that. Big dogs.
Seeing Ty in the chat reminds me, have you been keeping up with how much his basketball gift card is up to?
He's looking for the Pacers. I think it's up to over, 600 now?
It's, I believe, at the end of, what are we going to, Game 6 now?
Yes.
I believe at the end of Game 5, it was $5 short of what it would have been last year.
Okay.
So he's definitely going over the last year.
What is it now?
I think it's 575.
Okay.
And because last year was 580. So you got to imagine they're going to score more than one 3-pointer in the next game.
Well, if he's at 575.
Yeah, one equals next year.
If they make 5 threes, which they'll make more than that, he's at 600.
Yeah. Not too shabby.
Not bad.
Let's go Pacers,
Let's go Pacers, says Ty. Force that Game 7, my man. We have not knocked out the jerseys, Rip. So I think we'll do that wheel spin here in the next minute. If you guys want to knock out the jerseys, go right ahead. Want to knock out the practice squad? Otherwise, we'll regroup for the 3 p.m. show. I do imagine that cover boy is going to take over, though.
It has. We actually, sold a spot into the double. Marisa Dombey.
Yeah, Marisa knows what's going on. That, I imagine, is going to be the hot break in the 3 p.m. show. Game 6 is tomorrow night, Thomas Sweeney. The Thunder up 3-2. And Game 6 tomorrow night. And then your number did go through, Chris. I do see it. So Chris's number did go through on Facebook. So yes, we do have you dropping that number in for trades, Christopher Leone. The great Leone.
Don't do anything irresponsible now.
Yes. I'm always like afraid to give away my number because I never know who's going to message me.
Yeah.
Right? I remember there was a customer that a customer service question. He's like, call me now. He like messages me on Facebook Messenger. We're not friends. I'm like, dude, we have a customer service team. I'm not going to call you now.
Yeah.
Everything will get taken care of.
If this was, people breaking out of their basement, maybe sure. Maybe that's how it works.
Right?
That ain't it. That ain't us.
Not
that
here,
ain't
Bob. Thomas says, I think there'll be a Game 7. I hope so, Thomas.
Yeah.
I did pick the Pacers, the Thunder in 6 before the series started. By the way, Rip, I should have bet it. I picked Panthers. You can see it on that board. I have it up there. Panthers in 6 and Thunder in 6. Those are my predictions. I did pick that before the series started. Total toss-up personally. But I'm going to lean Game 7 maybe because I want it to happen. I love Game 7.
I want it to happen. The best 2 words in all of sports. But also, like, how many times can you throw dirt on the Pacers and them just completely shove that dirt off and win a game?
Well, they lost back-to-back games for the first time since early March. So
yeah,
to lose 3 in a row will be kind of hard. We got ourselves the wheel spin coming up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th and final click. Antonio Montez, hotter than a firecracker.
Antonio.
Got the Jefferson Chrome Flex, Antonio. And you're now the Chase Wheel Spin winner. So let us know what number you want to start on, sir. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1. Whatever this lands on, that's how much money you're getting in an Ultimate Autographs gift card. Yep, Montana 24th in pass yards, Sears Home Services again. Adjust for era. I don't expect anybody in the 80s or 90s to be top 5 in pass yards. 80s at least. I mean, Montana's really good. Marino's close. But it was a different era back then. A lot more running the ball. Passing yards were a lot less prevalent. Or prevalent. That's a word. Prevalent?
Prevalent.
Big word, guy. Prevalent. Less likely, right, Rip?
Correct. Also, you know who got the gift card in the last go-round?
Let me guess, Antonio?
That's right.
Oh, Antonio. What do we always say here, Rip? You don't leave the blackjack table while you're hot. Antonio's hot, winning gift cards left and right, winning Chrome Speed Flexes worth around $1,500, Rip. Yeah, he's hot. Get right back in the break room. Antonio, question for you. Do you know this, Rip? Because I don't. Antonio's favorite team. What's your squad, Antonio?
Ooh, are we talking about it in the morning?